Hi, it's Brenna, and this is my See What I Can Do Part 3 video. So my skill was a jump split, and starting out with the rating, I feel like my final skill development is a 10 out of 10. It wasn't as difficult of a skill to learn as I thought it was, nowhere near as painful as I thought it would be, and I actually got it a lot quicker than I originally expected to. So I think that's a pretty solid rating. Theoretical framework. So I chose the 5th stage of learning as my theoretical framework. This model is a good representation of my learning stages. For example, stage 1, I had to think a lot on how exactly I was going to land and how fast to put my hands down to catch myself. Stage 2, which is associative, I didn't need to remind myself of these things as often. I still made mistakes, and sometimes my trials weren't as smooth, but improvement overall. And the 3rd stage, autonomous, I feel like this is the stage I'm currently in. I don't have to think about my movements as much, and I don't have to warm up for as long before doing my skill anymore either. I talked about some constraints last time, and while those constraints still hold true, getting sore isn't as much of a problem anymore, although it can depend on how many times I do my skill, like how many reps I do a day. And then, not the same constraint as the mats, I have to do it at the rec, because they have good mats for it. And then a constraint that I have had the past couple weeks, which I did not have previously, is time. I feel like with my classes wrapping up, I've had a lot more work to do, so I haven't been able to make it to the rec quite as much, but I can still do like stretching and things at home. If I were to teach this skill, I would first explain the importance of a warm-up and a stretch. And by warm-up and stretch, I mean like warming up your muscles by doing bodyweight squats, lunges, anything like that to warm up your muscles, and also stretching. I feel like most of learning this skill must be done on your own, but being careful to not hit your knee on your hyperextended leg, the one pointing backwards, is really important. I've gotten a lot of bruises by doing this. And stretching consistently is another point I would hit. Even if you don't do the jump split, like stretching a lot more stretching consistently is going to help. And then I plan to keep doing this skill periodically in the future, and I hope I can get a little bit smoother on the landing part. Anyway, thanks, and here's the video.